The following is a presentation of 912 Sports.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 912 Sports 2021 Football Awards Show with Sean Smoke, Kevin Price, and Robbie Ross. I'm your host, Buddy Love, and here's what's coming up on tonight's show. Tonight on the 912 Sports 2021 Football Awards Show, we're excited to announce the postseason All-912 football team for both offense and defense. We'll also celebrate the Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year for 27 schools within the 912 coverage area. Finally, we reveal our Big Six award winners for 2021. The Special Teams Player of the Year, the Scholar Athlete of the Year, the Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, the Coach of the Year, and the Most Valuable Player for 2021. Tonight's show is brought to you by Prime South Bank, Robbie Robertson Ford, Gibson Animal Clinic, Coastal Pines Technical College, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with Crossway Realty, and Walker Jones Dealers. Coming up next, the publisher of 912 Sports Magazine, Sean Smoke, along with Kevin Price, right after these messages.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Welcome back. Here's Sean Smoke and Kevin Price.
Welcome, sports fans, to the 912 Sports 2021 Football Awards Show. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, joined as always by podcast host and sports writer Kevin Price. Kevin, how you doing this evening, buddy?
Sean, I'm great, man. It's always an exciting evening for us here at 912. Of course, we're wrapping up the show for the year, but what a great way to end 2021 with our football awards show. Just an always exciting night. This is only my third time being involved in our postseason awards, and I've had fun every year. It makes me think back over the football season and realize just how many good players and teams we have in the area. But you've been at it a long time now.
Yeah, Kevin, Kevin, it's hard to believe this is the 12th year that we've done this, giving out awards here in 912. And listen, these kids really appreciate it. They really, they covet these awards. They want to be a part of it. Like I said, last year the pandemic made us switch to this virtual format. It worked really well, so we're going to stick with it for now. But like I said, these kids, they like being a part of it. They like being recognized. And let's face it, Kevin, they deserve it. I mean, these kids are doing, summer workouts. I mean, football is now a 365-day-a-year sport. We both know that. I mean, teams are working out every day. They're doing everything all through the winter, all through the spring, all through the summer, just to get ready to play fall. So football. But it's like I said, it's really been an honor for us. I've been really excited to be a part of it for so many years. Looking forward to it. And it is a task now. People think that, they just point and give stuff away. But I mean, listen, we've had debates, we've had phone calls, we've checked stats. We went back and forth on several different positions, went back and forth on several different awards because a lot of times there's probably more than one deserving candidate out there.
Yeah, and I said, this is my third year with 912. Of course, I've been involved in these things with some other organizations, and it's always tough because when you have a lot of good players, a lot of good coaches, a lot of good teams, you're going to have a lot of people that you can put into the mix for a good many of these awards that we're going to give out tonight, including like the postseason team that we have, much like the preseason team, and some of our superlative awards. You have 2, 3, 4 guys sometimes that are in the mix for those as well. But we exchange emails and phone calls and texts. We get with the coaches and get their information. We also go back to them a time or two to maybe get some more feedback, or go to another coach to see maybe what he says about a player that he faced.
Exactly.
So we do different things, and it's not that we just put names down and drew them out of a hat. Sometimes you almost feel like you have to because they're so close and you got to break the tie some way.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like that coin flip that they used to have to decide who's going to host a home playoff game. But anyway, Sean, it's kind of agonizing at times, and maybe we slave over it a little too much, but I think it's only because we care and we want to try to get it right. And look, people can put our picks up on a dartboard and throw darts at them all day, but it's like that with all region teams,
Exactly.
all state teams. The good news is there's a lot of awards that go around, whether they're region awards or regional awards like this, or certainly state awards. But I think these awards probably are special to the kids because they're kind of coming from their home base, and they know that we've kept an eye on these guys and our programs all year long. So I think these awards are special from that standpoint.
Exactly. And tonight, Kevin, we're going to do our postseason all 912 team. We're going to also give out our offensive and defensive player of the year of all 27 schools that we cover here in our 912 coverage area. And then, of course, we have our Big Six winners as well. But listen, guys, we'd like you guys to take a moment and thank the sponsors that made this possible tonight. We'd like to thank Coastal Pines Technical College, Robbie Robertson Ford, Gibson Animal Clinic, Prime South Bank, and Walker Jones. We appreciate if you would give these guys your business if you're looking to do business with them as well, and then also give them a thanks for them being a part of this and allowing us to do this show and allowing us to do these awards every year. So, but without further ado, Kevin, let's all sit back and enjoy the show.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal!
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Welcome back. It's now time to announce the 912 Sports All 912 football team. Here's Robbie Ross.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Robbie Ross here to introduce the 2021 postseason All 912 Sports football team will start with the offense first, and the big uglies up front. First from Brunswick High School is Kanaya Charlton. Another Brunswick High Pirate, member of the region championship team Pirate. They had a fantastic season, winning all their games in the regular season, falling in the second round to Tequila Jamal Merriweather. The Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets had a great season in AA as well. They have a representative on the offensive line, Nate Lewis. The Appling County Pirates went all the way to the state Final Four in AAA before falling in the semifinals. They have a representative on the offensive line as well, Toby Taylor. And finally on the offensive line, Noah Demerit of Camden County High School. They had a great season, making it to the first round of the 7A playoffs. And now we will move to the wide receivers. Another Brunswick High Pirate. They are well represented on this 912 sports team. The first one, wide receiver-wise, is Terry Mitchell. The Ware County Gators have a wide receiver on the team as well. They made it to the second round and also, of course, won the region championship in 5A. Jarvis Hayes. Move now to the flanker position from Brunswick High, Jacoby Hill. The running backs, and they are good ones. First for Ware County, as I mentioned, second round in the playoffs in 5A. Region champions under Coach Jason Strickland, Cartavius Norton. The other running back from Frederica Academy dominated again, the super sophomore in his second year at Frederica. Just ran all over the place in Geisa. Jordan Triplett. Of course, Frederica's season cut short due to COVID quarantine issues in the second round of the state playoffs in Geisa. The quarterback for Ware County, Mr. Everything for the Gators, Thomas Castellano. And the kicker on the offensive team from Coffee County, David Vaughn. Now we move to the 2021 postseason All 912 Sports defensive team. Up front, the defensive line, anchored by a Brunswick High Pirate, Kayshawn Thomas. McIntosh County Academy Buccaneers make an appearance. They made a second round playoff appearance in single A. Will Jones is on the defensive line for McIntosh. Glen Academy Red Terrors, a down year by Coach Rocky at Algo Standards, only making it in the first round of the playoffs. They are represented on the defensive line by DJ Clinch. The Appling County Pirates, as I mentioned on the offensive team, made it all the way to the Final Four in Class AAA. A great season under first-year Coach Mullis. They are represented on the defensive line by Darius Smith. The linebacking core, a Pierce County Bear, also a team that made it to the state semifinals in AAA after their state championship run a year ago. Man Johnson, the linebacker from Pierce County. A Ware County Gator on the linebacking core, Trey Hardgrove. A Coffee County Trojan at linebacker as well, Brandon High. And for the Brunswick Pirates, yet another linebacker and another representative for the Pirates, linebacker Adam Mwiba. The defensive backs, Pierce County, as I mentioned, made it to the state Final Four, trying to repeat as AAA state champions, fell just short in the semifinal round. Dayton Baker, a defensive back on the All 912 Sports defensive team. For the Camden County Wildcats, Jake Lindsay. Another Appling County Pirate represented here on the team, the defensive side of the ball, Jamori Wright. And our punter for All 912 Sports postseason 2021 team is Henry Bates from Ware County. And that does it. Congratulations to all members of our 2021 postseason All 912 Sports offensive and defensive teams.
We'll be back right after these messages.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Welcome back. It's that time of the show where we announce a big bunch of winners. The Player of the Year on offense and defense for 27 schools in the 912 coverage area. Let's get started. First up, Appling County Pirates, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Dennis Mims. And on defense, Dara Smith. Bacon County Red Raiders, sponsored by Bennett and Johnson, Alma. On offense, Tyron Dean. And on defense, Nkosi Batten. Bradwell Institute Tigers, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Michael Prince. And on defense, Eli Leotawa. Brantley County Herons, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Kellen Middleton. And on defense, R.J. Bryan. Brunswick Pirates, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Kanaya Charlton. And on defense, Kayshawn Thomas. Camden County Wildcats, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Jamie Felix. And on defense, Inman Davis. Charlton County Indians, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Jalen Lilly. And on defense, Gage Renfro. Clinch County Panthers, sponsored by Clinch Memorial Hospital. On offense, Amazi Williams. And on defense, Zach Kaysen. Coffee County Trojans, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Maurice Turner. And on defense, Brandon Hyde. Effingham County Rebels, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Matthew Ford. And on defense, Tucker Wilson. Frederica Academy Knights, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Jordan Triplett. And on defense, Jacob Aiken. Glen Academy Red Terrors, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Zach Ellis. And on defense, DJ Clinch. Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, sponsored by Hazelhurst First Baptist Church. On offense, Ahias Allen. And on defense, Trey Chandler. Liberty County Panthers, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Marquez Johnson. And on defense, Jaleel Andrew. Okay, let's take a break. Stretch our legs a bit. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Let's keep it going with our Player of the Year awards. Next up, Long County Blue Tide, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Amari Douglas. And on defense, Stephen Wyatt. MCA Buccaneers, sponsored by Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery. On offense, Will Jones. And on defense, Quan Proctor. New Hampstead Phoenix, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Paulie Seeley. And on defense, Christian Johnson Hall. Pierce County Bears, sponsored by Bennett and Johnson in Blackshear. On offense, Ty Everson. And on defense, Nook Johnson. The Richmond Hill Wildcats, sponsored by lowcountryradio.com. On offense, Rayvon Grant. And on defense, Tommy Bliss. The RTCA Crusaders, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Jayshawn Powell. And on defense, Tucker Heath. The South Effingham Mustangs, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Cameron Edwards. And on defense, Lewis Hicks. The Statesboro Blue Devils, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Cameron McKell. And on defense, Jamie Spate. The Swainsboro Tigers, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Ty Adams. And on defense, Jaquavius Lattimore. The Toombs County Bulldogs, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Cameron Robinson. And on defense, Tank Morris. The Vidalia Indians, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Bryce Davis. And on defense, Brandon Beasley. The Ware County Gators, sponsored by Miles Odom Funeral Home. On offense, Cartavius Norton. And on defense, Trey Hargrove. Wayne County Yellow Jackets, sponsored by 912 Sports. On offense, Tavoris Wilkins. And on defense, Chris Pittman. That's all, folks. Congrats to all these deserving players. I'm going to go rest my voice. We'll return after these messages from our sponsors.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal!
Welcome back. It's time for the biggest part of the show, the Big Six. I told you it was going to be big. Here's Mr. Big himself, Sean Smoke.
I have the privilege of presenting the first three of the Big Six awards. The first award of the night, the 912 Sports Special Teams Player of the Year, is a kicker who put 64 points through the uprights in 2021. He hit 28 of 30 extra points to go along with 12 field goals, including a school record 55-yarder against Houston County. He also sent 43 kickoffs into the end zone for touchbacks this season. Tug, as he is known to his friends, holds a 3.6 grade point average and has verbally committed to join the long gray line for the Army Black Knights at West Point next year. The 912 Sports Special Team Player of the Year is David Vaughn of the Coffee County Trojans. Next up, the Coastal Pines Technical College Scholar Athlete of the Year is an Eagle Scout who holds a perfect 4.0 grade point average in the classroom. An outstanding member of his community, he is also a standout on the football field. He scored 64 points as a kicker with 6 field goals and 46 of 47 extra points. As a punter, he was a weapon who could flip the field with a 38-yard punt per average. He was a Max Prep All-American last year to go along with All-State honors. He has offers from Georgia Southern, Mercer, and Iowa State with more to come. The Coastal Pines Technical College Scholar Athlete of the Year is Henry Bates of the Ware County Gators. The third award of the night is the Prime South Bank Offensive Player of the Year. He has led the region in rushing for the past 2 years as a running back and a quarterback out of the Wildcat formation. He's averaged 8 yards per carry and has run for nearly 1,900 yards and 23 touchdowns this season. That is an average of over 209 yards per game. He cemented his legacy status last December on a 15-yard touchdown run on the first play of overtime to help his team win the AAA state championship. Just a junior, he still has another season to play, but has already received offers from Georgia Tech. The Prime South Bank Offensive Player of the Year is DJ Bell of the Pierce County Bears. And we'll be right back here after these words from our sponsors.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Calling us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic, Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Welcome back. Believe it or not, this show is about to get even bigger. Here's Kevin Price with the Big Six Awards, Part 2.
It's my honor to present our final 3 Big Six Awards of the night. The Gibson Animal Clinic Defensive Player of the Year is being called a phenom with an unreal arm span and a nose for rushing the passer from his defensive end position. At 6'6" and 225 pounds, he runs a 4.7 40-yard dash and bench presses 300 pounds. Although he is the number 13 recruit in the state, last December he decided to put the recruiting game behind him and verbally committed to his mom's favorite school. Fortunately, she is a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so he will be playing for Coach Kirby Smart next fall. The Gibson Animal Clinic Defensive Player of the Year is Darius Smith of the Appleton County Pirates. The Robbie Robertson Ford Coach of the Year Award was a tough choice. We had 2 coaches who made it to the state semifinals after battling each other for the region championship. And we had another coach who led his team to an undefeated regular season. But it was the Cinderella story of the year that caught our eye. A man who in his first year as a head coach led his team to new heights, setting school records for wins, a playoff appearance, and the number of players voted to the all-region team. After 13 years as an assistant coach, he took the job with a struggling program because he saw potential. And he found it, leading his team to more wins than it had the past 5 years and his first ever playoff appearance. He turned around the football program at a school with a proud winning tradition in every sport but football. A perennial 1-win team, which had won 3 games in 5 years but now averaged 35 points in each of their 5 wins to earn a number 3 seed in the Class AAA state playoffs. The Robbie Robertson Ford Coach of the Year is Mike Feaster of the Long County Blue Tide. And now our final award of the night, our MVP. The Walker Jones Most Valuable Player has been one of the most prolific passers in the state for the past 4 years. During that time, he has thrown for over 7,000 yards and 66 touchdowns. This season, he led the region in passing for the 2nd year in a row with more than 2,600 yards, 23 touchdowns, and a 64% completion percentage. When he's not throwing the ball, he's a danger to run and rush for nearly 1,000 yards in 2021. Heavily recruited for several years, he verbally committed to the University of Central Florida, where he will play for Coach Gus Malzahn starting next season. The Walker Jones Most Valuable Player for the 2nd year in a row is Thomas Castellano of the Ware County Gators. And once again, that's our Big Six Awards for the 2021 season. Congratulations to all the winners, their teams, and their fans. We'll be back with more after these words from our sponsors.
Welcome back. Before we say goodnight, here's Sean Smoke and Kevin Price.
Thanks for watching 912 Sports 2021 Football Awards Show. Kevin, before we go, just want to, like I said, get your impressions on the 2021 season. It's hard to believe it's over. It seems like just yesterday we were going to spring games. You and I were over here in the Brunswick parking lot after watching Brunswick and Ware County go at it in a preseason game. Got through the season. But what was your favorite memory? What's your favorite thing that you remember about the 2021 season?
Well, Sean, before I actually answer that, I kind of want to allude to what you just mentioned, and as we started our video show this year, we actually started it in the summer. So we were thinking of content that we had to, come up with in the summer months. Well, obviously football was a big part of that. And, I had been to summer practices, the OTAs, the 7-on-7s and stuff before. But, we were at a lot of that stuff this year, whether we were here, in Glenn County or Camden or Waycross or Coffee or wherever. And I felt like I had been through the grind a little bit. I know Coach Rocky Hidalgo hates that word, the grind, but by the time the preseason rolled around and the season rolled around, I was ready to play some games and watch some games, So I kind of got maybe a little more of a feel than I have in the last few years of exactly what these teams go through to get ready. And of course, the season's exciting as well. And we thought this year, Sean, that COVID around Southeast Georgia was starting to rear its ugly head again with the Delta variant right as school started and right as football season started.
I got it.
And it was like, and fortunately Sean is still here to talk with us, and he had some touch and go moments where he didn't feel good, that's for sure, but we had to survive that as well. But all in all with that, Sean, we made it through it, and it was another exciting season. And again, I think people could see a lot of good players, a lot of good teams. Didn't have anybody make the state finals this year, but we had some deep playoff runs.
Three teams in the Final Four.
Right. We're going to have a lot of teams, a lot of kids signing, here in the early signing period, and certainly in February. And like you mentioned, they're already starting the off seasons now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, these teams are already in the weight rooms getting things done, and they're already putting in prep work for 2022. But I saw a lot of good football this year, but I know what you're going to talk about, and I guess one thing that will stand out in my mind is that Glenn Academy Brunswick High game this year, Sean, at Glenn County Stadium. And Brunswick is rocking and rolling. Of course, they did win the game over Glenn, and but they had an undefeated season going at the time, and a lot of people just felt like, Brunswick's going to win that game hands down.
Exactly.
But I tell you what, I just had a funny feeling all week, just kind of following that game, and I was kind of like the Lee Corso, not so fast. But I wasn't quite willing to pull the trigger on the Glenn upset, but it certainly wasn't going to surprise me. And they were so close. But we had some controversy in that game, some big plays by both teams, some mistakes by both teams. Either team could have won the game with a play or two here or there. We went to overtime. Brunswick won it again on a field goal in overtime. So for 2 years in a row, some dramatic things there at the end. So not quite the flair that we had the year before with the miracle between the bricks, but another exciting game that went down to the end before either team could win it. So that was a great game that stands out in my mind for this season.
Right, and my favorite memory, Kevin, of course, I'm a Ware County Gator. Anybody knows me knows that, was their big win against Warner Robins. Warner Robins comes into Memorial Stadium ranked number 1 in the state. I think the last time they were on the field was against Camden County before they played Ware. They put 77 points on the board at Chris Gilman Stadium. So they had their offense rolling, their defense were clamping down on people, and Ware was able to control that game from the opening kickoff. I mean, the final score I think was 35-21, but there was a couple controversial touchdowns that Warner Robins got. But listen, make no mistake about it, Ware won that game hands down, and they controlled it from Jump Street. And it really gave me a lot of hope that Ware might have been the team that could have won state. Now it didn't happen. Calhoun came into Ware County in the second round and let the Gators know that they had a different plan, and their plan was working. They're going to play for it all against that same Warner Robins team for the state championship. So, but it was just a great night to be be a Ware County Gator, to beat the #1 team in the state, and to put yourself in a position where you felt like, okay, now we got a shot to being region champ and taking that 1 seed into the playoffs. So a great night there in the swamp. But like I said, a lot of great memorable nights all throughout the season. Just a great year of football. Hard to believe that it's over, but hey, don't blink because it'll be right back around here before it's over with. But listen, we hope everybody enjoyed the broadcast tonight. We'd like to thank again our sponsors, Coastal Pines Technical College, Robbie Robertson Ford, Gibson Animal Clinic, Prime South Bank, and Walker Jones. Without those guys, this would have not have been possible, and we appreciate everything they do, not only for the award show tonight, but for 912 all during the year. We can always count on you guys for your support, and we really do appreciate it. But I also want to take a second to thank our staff for their championship efforts to bring you this show tonight. Rob Asbell, our editor, Kevin Price, podcast host and writer, Robbie Ross, podcast host, Preston Lloyd, who does our on-air production, and Jeff Kaufman, our creative director here for 912 Sports. These guys are the best team in the business, and I appreciate everything they do. But that's going to wrap up the show, and until next time, may all your check marks go in the win column. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching. The 912 Sports 2021 Football Awards Show was brought to you by Prime South Bank, Robbie Robertson Ford, Gibson Animal Clinic, Coastal Pines Technical College, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with Crossway Realty, and Walker Jones Dealers. This has been a presentation of 912 Sports. Good night.